in this particular tune-up, you're not doing it fast. You're doing it slow and deliberate, kind of thinking what would be happening inside the joint. So the joint is it's moving. The knee is moving like this. The hip's moving like this. So the shoulder's moving out. So it's more controlling deceleration. This isn't somewhat like an exercise, but a tune-up. Then from there, reach over your head. So you should have this extensibility from starting, and then through your legs, like if you were cutting wood or something. So now you're kind of tuning up the spine, because the spine is extending and then flexing. All right. Okay, good posture, lifting up now side to side for the spine. So your spine is bending in this plane of motion, like this. All right. Then keep lift up. Now it's spinning. You can karate punch, but it's not speed. It's more almost just getting extensibility, getting range of motion, allowing the joints to glide and move. And everything's moving. Your knees, everything's kind of resisting this motion. Okay, now 45, almost like a hammer throw or a discus throw, kind of spinning, following the hands with your head so that the cervical spine gets wound up, and then the other direction. And you'll notice I'm stretching one hip while this other hip is being internally rotated upon. Okay? And good posture. Then big circles reaching up, bending your knees, kind of like, imagine if you were in a river and you had a bucket and you're going to go throw water out to the other side. Make sure you bend your knees when you come down so you protect your back and reach up. And then you can go the opposite direction. Okay, so that's the spine. You go to the pelvis. Put your hands, make sure your chest is up again, your head's above your shoulders. Pelvis is level. You kind of tilt your pelvis forward and then tilt your pelvis back. Tilt your pelvis forward, tilt your pelvis back. All right. You're not trying to force it, you're just trying to make sure you can do that. Pelvis, back, and side to side. But I can lift it with my calf. So I'm trying to lift it with my core. Different neural, okay? Then, think of that you got these femoral heads, right, that your pelvis sits on. And you're going to rotate on top of this head. So while you do that, you're lubricating cartilage, right? Hyaline cartilage, acetabulum. In the other direction, like this. Okay? Okay, now, I call these hip openers. Now, one leg is now getting the weight of the body, and the other one's spinning freely in the air. Okay? You can do them inwards, too. You can try more and more height. All right. Okay, now we're still warming up the hip here, so we stand up straight, chest up, go to 90 degrees, and then internal, external, internal, external, internal, external, Michael Jackson. So you're kind of just spinning it in the joint, lubing it up, keeping your shoulders level, your chest back, and slowly straighten your leg out. Notice my left leg's got a slight bend in it. I'm not just resting on that joint either, so that means these lateral stabilizers have to keep me up. And I'm just kind of longitudinal, more longitudinal rotation in the hip, like this. And then just move over to the other side. This one 90 degrees. Internal, external, internal, external. And you can do it slow, fast. You need this range of motion, otherwise your back can get torn up. Okay, and slowly straighten it out. Okay. Lastly, I warm up my ankles. You I start with my little toe, and then I trace the bottom of my foot, or my sole of my shoe, all the way back to the heel. Try and lean it, trace the whole thing. Okay? And always do both sides. And this really should be done slow. You should be trying to feel what your joints feel like. Like I get a little pain in my first metatarsophalangeal joint. That's where I get a little pain. Okay, now I don't have my shoes off, but you should go to your toes, right? You should be able to lift up in your arches, right? Moving your ankles like this, okay? And then you should be able to curl your toes and spread your toes, all right? So basically went from our head to our foot, all right? So this is something you do. It's not a workout. You do maybe right before you go to bed. But you need to do it in the mirror so you can make sure you're always symmetrical, okay, and that everything is even side to side, especially when you're standing on one leg. Okay, so that's called total body tune-up. See ya.